All right, this is the Mountain Air Dispatch 2023 candidate interviews. I'm here with Brandon Webb. He is running for mayor of Moriarty. And we're going to go over his platform first. So, Brandon, if you'd like.
I'm Brandon Webb. I grew up in Moriarty, raised there on a sod farm east of town. Growing up with farming and ranching principles. I'm running for city mayor just because I've lived in a couple different places, Kansas, Colorado. I lived in Albuquerque on the west side for a little while and Rio Rancho. After 17, 18 years, I came back to my hometown and saw it wasn't the place that raised me. It seemed to be a lot of buildings boarded up. It's like we lost our hometown pride. I don't have anything against anyone that's been doing the job or that continues to do the job. But I think that sometimes we get complacent. Sometimes we need a fresh set of eyes in there, some new ideas. Somebody's been somewhere else and seen some new things instead of just being in Moriarty and just watching it gradually. After coming back from those years away, I was able to see my hometown was dying, it seemed like. I'm a big fan of small town America. If I wanted to live in the city, I'd go to a big city. But at the same time, I think our small towns need to be thriving and flourishing. People should be able to live and work in the same community. Of course, we're always going to have our commuters to Albuquerque or Santa Fe. But I think we need to create opportunities, bring some businesses to Moriarty. We can still be small town America, just with added opportunities.
So is that a priority for you, commercial development?
Yes. I don't want to kill the mom and pop shops. Those are the best places to shop. But as far as opportunity for employment for our citizens in Torrance County, I think we need to have some new businesses developed out in Moriarty. I look at Los Lunas and Belen, New Mexico a lot. I've spent a lot of time there. And I see similarities with Los Lunas and Edgewood as far as wanting to grow, planning for positive growth, and building a good, safe, flourishing community. Where Belen and Moriarty are a little more set back as far as they don't want to change in some ways. They like it the old way. And I don't have anything wrong with the old way. If I could go back to 1940, I would. But I see the growth in those towns as more negative growth instead of the positive growth as far as bringing new businesses. And so I think growth is inevitable, and I just rather plan for positive growth instead of getting the negative growth.
You come from a family who's been involved in politics before you?
My dad was on the school board. Dad was always involved in the Chamber of Commerce and the Rotary Club. He was always involved in Moriarty as a town while he lived here. He couldn't run for city mayor or anything like that because we lived out of city limits.
Okay. And what would you say is your priorities policy-wise with respect to the city's law enforcement organization?
I support our law enforcement 100%. I think we need good, trustworthy law enforcement at the same time. I see it for what it is, and I'm not calling anybody out. But I think we need to be transparent. As law enforcement or any other type of leadership, I think we need to be honest and have integrity. I was brought up that way. I don't believe in taking money under the table or bribery. I think we need to be honest when we're in those positions.
More bluntly, Moriarty's police department recently had a member overdose. So the opioid problem is one that affects not only the community, but the people policing the community. Can you talk some about what your thoughts are with dealing with this crime problem?
So I think we need to have programs to help those folks. I know the opioid, it's a big addiction, and people that are in pain turn to that, and then they can't get away from it. So I think we need to have programs to help those people as a helping hand to get off of that addiction and get back to where they can contribute back to society again. I think we go through things for a reason, and for those kids or new people that are struggling with it, if we had some people that have been through that and overcome that addiction, I think it's great to have that mentorship and that just that advice that those people can pass on to other struggling folks.
Okay. Anything we haven't talked about that you think is important for the voters to know about?
Moving away, I was gone for 17, 18 years, living in the places I described, Kansas, Colorado. I was able to see some new places, and then coming back to my hometown that raised me, I saw it wasn't the place that raised me. So I want the people to know that I'm here for the people. I'm not here for a title. This is not something I set out to say, oh, I want to be mayor one day. Several people came to me asking if I would be interested in running, and after thoughtful prayer and just thinking it through, I thought, okay. I mean, we all say we're busy. We all say we don't have time. But if we're not careful, somebody has to stand up. And if we're not careful, we're going to end up waking up one morning, living in a town that looks like Encino or Vaughn, New Mexico, that's just dried up. And I don't want to see my hometown or the people that live there in that situation.
Okay. So that is Brandon Webb. He's running for mayor of Moriarty. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Todd.
Appreciate it. And we're good.
Okay.